Isiah Hartenstein. He signs a training camp deal with the Los Angeles Clippers, and last season between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Houston Rockets, I think Hartenstein, he played a pretty decent role, and he showed some flashes, and he even had some fantasy value later in the season with the Cavaliers. So the big man here, it's hard to believe that he only got a training camp deal, because last season his numbers weren't all that great though. 5.1 points a game, 4 rebounds, 1.2 assists a game, a 3 a game, and 55% from the field. But with the Cavs, he had a decent role, especially when Jared Allen was banged up and they got rid of Andre Drummond before the trade deadline. So right here, Hartenstein, he's a hustle player. Obviously, he's not going to do so much for fantasy owners, but he's a guy that could get some rebounds. He could get a lot of putback points. But right now, with him on this Los Angeles Clipper team, he's not going to be a player, in my opinion, that's going to play much of a role or have much playing time. He'll be back at the end, bench player, if he makes the team, because he only signed a training camp invite. But I'm surprised he didn't get a guaranteed deal or a two-way deal from another ball club. But as far as fantasy basketball goes, obviously you're not going to target or even think about Isiah Hartenstein in fantasy leagues in your upcoming drafts in the next few weeks. But I like it as a depth move here for the Clippers, and maybe all the players can mentor him and teach this guy even more than what he knows already in the NBA, because he's still young. He still showed some flashes last season, like I mentioned, and he's not a total scrub in my opinion. So I think he makes the Clippers when it's all said and done as a third-string center powered forward on this roster, but he's going to have no fantasy value. So we'll see if Hartenstein could have any value or help this Clipper team in the upcoming 2021-22 fantasy basketball and NBA season.